All right. So moving on to the next topic. Um, I I gotta say, um, Portia pissed me off this week.
Ah, yeah, she pissed me off. She is not my favorite.
Like
No.
she's almost become now. I'm not somebody that, and again, I'm talking about the characters, but at this point, I think she's up there at probably, I wouldn't say more, and I wouldn't even say equal, but just about almost as unlikable as Gladys at this point in time.
She's not quite as unlikable as
Right.
Gladys to
That's what I
me,
mean.
but she's climbing the ranks of
Very quickly.
getting up there to a point where it's like, okay, she's not happy about her daughter's love life.
Yeah.
Get that. Fine. She has concerns, which I'm sure are mainly safety concerns.
Yeah.
And then this whole thing with Anna, this whole face off with Anna, I was like, you're dissing Anna? You're telling Anna that she can't be there? Excuse me? And Anna was like really like heartbroken about that. Like you could see it in her eyes. She
Yeah.
really felt like she had really done something wrong, which honestly she had not.
Right.
But Portia was just like really, really trying to like Portia's trying to be a real control freak and just
Yeah.
really manage Curtis's like life and what he can and can't do. And even Curtis was like, "This is the first time I've been allowed to be alone in my own house." It's like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, bro! like Portia's running the show on you. Like this is crazy.
No, you're
You
exactly
should be
right.
allowed to be in your own house if it's been made handicap accessible in all the right
Yeah.
areas. Why not?
No, and you're exactly right. Um, I I did not like when Portia went off on Anna. She had, yes, granted, everybody has a right to their feelings, even characters on TV. And everybody feels things differently. As of right now, in my opinion, Portia's have had so much go against her this year. Being that at the wedding, everything came out about, Trina's paternity, and then, building things again with Curtis, and Curtis wanting nothing to do with her, and then he got shot, and then now he's a paraplegic. So, and then him trying to push her away, out of the hospital as well. And then now it's almost like she battered Curtis down, that he's like, well, all right, I'll come home. But now she's just getting in the middle of everything, and it doesn't work for me. Like, I wouldn't want my wife or my significant other to butt into something like that.
Yeah. She's kind of this is my theory, is the only thing that makes sense. That she's got all these like hurt feelings that she's just taking it out on everybody else.
Right.
She's not really I I don't think I think she needs to be like in therapy.
Yeah.
Maybe her and Curtis need to be in couples therapy, something, because she's got a lot of emotions I think she's dealing with, and she's just like taking them out
Exactly.
on the wrong people. So, like, girl, sign up for some therapy, please. Like, get yourself together.
And on it, and to be completely honest with you, they really should have some kind of a post trauma therapy. Curtis obviously is doing what he has to do with physical therapy, and he's gone through that stage of grief and that stage of, why me? I'm not useful to anybody, blah 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 blah. He's gone through that. Portia's almost like stalled at the anger phase, and that, like, blaming everybody else and trying to put blame on somebody. Because
Yeah.
when she came back into the kitchen, into the house, Kurt's like, I can't blame Anna for this. He's been a PI before, so he's been around, shootouts, and been around, stuff where things happen. So the way that Portia stomped out of the room and said, "Oh, maybe you can't, but I can." And stop. It's like a
Yes. And she said, I can. Like,
yeah,
so, like,
and
like
turn around and stomped away.
vindictively, like, confidently. And I was like, oh, you're just being really mean right now. Like, you.
Exactly, and that was almost like why? Like, okay, so you could place blame, but was it Anna that pulled the trigger? That's my whole thing. It's like, yes, they, as it's coming out now and the details emerge, yes, they were aiming at Anna. They weren't aiming at Sunny. They weren't aiming anywhere else. So okay. So does Anna necessarily have to take responsibility for that? Because she didn't know she was going to be a target of a shooting? With that said, if you go forward from the shooting to the fact where she was running outside and jogging outside in the middle of the night, and then somebody comes in to torch her house. Okay, now you're being targeted. Now you're being targeted. The stupidity would have been if, let's say, Anna and Curtis went out jogging together at 2 o'clock in the morning and somebody tried to run down Anna and hit Curtis instead. Then there's blame because she knew that she was a target for somebody.
Right. But didn't she even come over to the house in the first place to basically like apologize to Chris and be like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not my intention for you to be involved in this
Right.
and get shot. So like she came over with purely good intentions.
Yes.
Out of a purely kind heart.
Right.
And freaking Portia like stomped all over that.
And
Been like, no, I blame you.
Yeah.
You can leave.
Yeah, and I don't want you in my house.
Yeah. I'm like, that's so rude. I was just
Yeah.
like, gosh.
No, I agree, and that's what it boils down to, is that Portia is just very unlikable at this point in time. I don't know what she's going to be able to do to redeem herself.
Well, like I said, I think she's just taking out her feelings on everybody else, and she's
Yep.
just trying to control everything because she thinks that'll make her feel better. She'll think maybe the situation will get better.
Yeah.
She controls everything or every aspect of Curtis's life, and I think it's just going to make things much harder on herself by doing that.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. It is. It's gonna. I wonder. I know that Aunt Stella was the catalyst to make Curtis realize that he has to go home. So I wonder. I wonder how Stella feels about Anna, because the way that Stella is portrayed is the almost a complete opposite of Portia. Yeah, she's sad that it happened, but she's not about to place blame, on somebody who, quote unquote, was the target who had nothing to do with it. I want to see more of Stella. I just happen to find her very enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the last time we saw her, she was helping out. She was in the hospital, right? She's working?
Yeah. Yeah. She was
like a
patient advocate.
Patient advocate. Yeah. I couldn't remember her exact title.
Because that's was the day that Felicia asked to apply to be a patient advocate.
So
yeah. All right. So let's move on to another topic, and we'll be right